Good morning, you guys. Welcome to 5nothing100nothing.com, and I am your host, Fugget. That stands for Fittest Underdog Guru with Intelligent Tactics. Today, you guys, I want to talk to you about grooming. Grooming, whether it's facial hair, your haircut, your body hair, etc. From my previous two videos, I had a little bit more of a fuller beard, and this morning I got up early, had a good breakfast, hit the gym, hit some back and chest exercises, and also some cardio. Just some slow uphill steady state to get the heart rate up a little bit, burn some calories. Being on the ketogenic diet, it doesn't lend itself well to a lot of cardio. Tends to start the hunger hormones going. So we got that done and decided to trim up the beard a little bit and just kind of take it down to a shadow. So what I want to talk about with regards to that and us men that are the undersized underdogs is, everyone's got different style. Everyone has different tastes in their look, their fashion, etc. Sometimes you'll see these makeover shows where these guys just don't have a clue at all, and they have their own way of wearing something or whatnot, and then you'll see the Hollywood elite stylists and whatnot think they have a better idea for them. So sometimes you get these shows where it's an extreme example of somebody who just doesn't have a clue, doesn't take care of themselves, doesn't know what to do, and their focuses or their strengths as far as their personality lie in other areas, whether it's their job or whether it's whatever it is, but it's throwing them off their game a little bit. And a lot of times you'll see the makeovers can produce something where the person looks a lot better, but they don't look like themselves, like they don't act like themselves anymore. So I guess what my take home point is that you've got to find your style, what you wear with confidence and that you like. But within that context, there's still things that you should be aware of if you're especially dating or trying to keep your mate attracted to you, or just looking to excel professionally, or if you're trying to make good impressions with people you don't know. You need to focus on being clean, looking clean and kept. So if you have long hair, or longer hair, it's brushed out, it's clean, it's conditioned, it's not split-ended, etc. If you have shorter hair, like people get that neck hair that starts to grow and they don't trim up the neck, or only when they go to the barber. Well, guys, all you need is a mirror so that you can see behind you. You have your mirror in your bathroom, or etc., and then you have another mirror. I have one that comes off the wall and I can actually manipulate it. It magnifies on one side and it's regular on the other. And you can use that to kind of trim up behind the ears or around the back of the neck, just with your razor blade. Pretty easy. I even cut my own hair. Now, what you're seeing here is an abnormally short haircut for me. I generally have a little bit longer on top, and I've, since probably high school, had sort of a fade on the sides, unless I grow my hair completely out, to which I have long locks. But that became kind of a bitch to maintain, so I eventually just cut it down to be a little bit shorter, a little bit more professional. Now, funny story, and this kind of lends itself to wear your style and wear it with confidence, especially if you're trying to attract a mate, or just be yourself, be an alpha male, be on your purpose, on your plan, and you like the way you have your hair. When I was in college, I had long hair in a ponytail because I was also involved in professional wrestling, where I had my hair out a little bit crazy to kind of give that larger than life crazy theatric persona. So first day of college, first day of the semester, I had a speech class, and there was this gorgeous girl sitting behind me, and she, I don't know, maybe was handing a paper back or something, and I turned around, she goes, you're a really cute guy. She goes, you'd be a lot cuter with all that long, greasy hair. was like, oh man. So, being a young 20-nothing guy, I, was very impressionable, and I, on my little lunch break there, went over to the barber shop and had him cut it short. And I thought, wow, this is really going to impress that cute chick, because she already said, hey, you're a good-looking guy. And I thought, man, she's definitely going to go out with me now, I would definitely have some game now with her. She'll be so impressed that I cut my hair. And it shows I listened to her and I valued her opinion. Not so much. I get back to school, I'm walking on campus. I see her and a couple girlfriends coming the opposite direction. I make eye contact with her, kind of smile, and she looks at me and just shakes her head. She goes, God. She goes, do you do everything people tell you to do? What I should have done when I had that long hair was just, blow it off and maybe make a joke that I'm trying to play Rapunzel. Might have just tried to maybe impress her that I was a pro wrestler. But when I went back for my next set of matches, the promoters were pissed off at me. They said, what the hell did you do? Why did you cut your hair? Because in pro wrestling, they also often have, they used to often have haircut matches where two guys that were in a grudge would want to fight each other so bad and want the stakes to be really high, and so they would put up their hair versus hair, so whoever lost had to cut their hair. And so the fans wanted to see someone get their head shaved or someone just alter their look right then and there in front of them, whether it's with barber shears or scissors, because it was like the stakes were high. So it sold a lot of tickets, and in turn, if you sold a lot of tickets, you're going to make more money. So the promoters were pretty much like, you dumbass, you could have made $3,000, maybe it's a stretch, but $5,000 for losing your hair in a haircut match. I said, son of a bitch. I paid for the haircut. I paid $15, $20, whatever it was at the time. And the girl was now turned off by me. Why? Because I showed weakness. I didn't own my look. I was it was impressionable, and it showed that I would do anything and be willing to bend over backwards to get the girl. Now in Hollywood, that shit sells movies and people buy into that crap, but in the real world, it doesn't work that way. No matter what you look like, no matter what your style is, I don't care if you have a damn Fu Manchu and you dye the middle blonde, when you have your look and you wear it with confidence, that's going to convey that aura that of strength, and that's what's going to attract a potential partner for you, if that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the date. Granted, there's exceptions where if you're working at a large company and you are, say, in insurance sales, or you might be professional like a doctor, an orthodontist, etc., there's a certain look. You're not going to be all pierced up, tatted up with a nose ring, tongue ring, whatever. That's not going to fly, at least right now in the world. You're not going to be taken seriously. So depending on what your profession is, if you're a hairdresser and you own your own business, or if you're a tattoo artist, whatever, there's something known as looking the part. So you got to look the part. So whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that really comes out with your personality, your social circle, you play to that. That's just natural. We're kind of we have our tribes, so to speak, and where we fit in. So whatever it is, you just got to own it. You got to look the part. You have to be confident with your look, and if it's not getting the results you want, it may or may not be your grooming. But if it is, if that's part of it, or if you've heard that before from other people, it's something you should examine. Take a look at it. It's real simple to keep yourself neat and clean. It's like, you shower every day, you put on clean clothes, you do, etc. It builds into your schedule. Now, I don't know what your maintenance schedule is. Like, do you let the beard get scraggly? Do you, clean shave every day? I used to clean shave every day from the time I had any facial hair, because in years later, from adolescence to young adulthood, The beard it was kind of patchy as the testosterone's really coming in. And now it's a full beard, and it's like there's really no patches or anything. And it's a pain in the ass every day to get up and scrape that stuff off at 4 or 5 in the morning. And then at work by 12:30, between then and 2 o'clock, I've got a 5 o'clock shadow. And by the end of the day, it looks like I didn't shave at all. But, I got tired of shaving every day, and, I found a way that works for me to simply groom a light beard, or just have like that scruff like I have now, where I don't have to constantly scrape that off, just kind of trimming around the edges a little bit, framing it to the face. And, it requires a lot less maintenance, and you don't have problems with ingrown hairs or anything, because it's all kind of out there. It's just long enough to not be stubbly, a little bit soft. I'll use like a coconut oil, or what's called a African black soap lotion, and put that on there, and it feels nice and smooth, has a nice natural scent, and that works really well too. But guys, clean it up a little bit. When you look good, you feel good. And when you convey that confidence and you feel good about the way you look, it's going to be more attractive to people, whether it's somebody you're trying to date, whether it's your significant other, whether it's sitting in front of customers, whatnot. Clean it up a little bit, find your style that works for you. You can Google and find, what's the right hairstyle for you if you're kind of still searching for your look or what you like. Basically it's based on a few things. One is like the frame or the shape of your face. That has a lot to do with what hairstyle is going to look good on you. A lot of times you'll see people that have, like a trendy haircut comes in, like a faux hawk or something, and all of a sudden everyone's getting it. And some people look great with it, and other people, you can tell they're trying too hard. Just like me and that girl in school, I was trying too hard. I was trying to fit in. I was trying to make her like me. And I didn't get it at the time, but I thought, fuck, I do everything that I think people want to see, and it's not working. And the reason is that the problem was my confidence. I wasn't owning it. I gave a shit what people thought about the way I looked, and that was a turnoff. So I'm not saying go out there and be a dick and just put people in their place and F you, this is me, and, be all anti-establishment and, disagreeable. I'm just saying that, when you find your purpose and you have good self-awareness, which is probably the best word for it, or best way to describe it, you're going to attract who you attract. Like, you could see people every day, like, let's say you're chasing women, and you could see a woman who's got her look or her style and think, well, that's not necessarily what I'm normally attracted to, that type of girl, but the way she wears this style, the way she carries herself, if she wears it with confidence, it all comes out there. And then you don't necessarily just look at her hairstyle as a turn on or a turn off. I've seen women, generally prefer long hair on women. I think a lot of men do. But I've seen women that had short hair. They almost had that Pat Benatar almost shaved in the back thing going. And I was like, it just works for her. It looks good on her. There was a style women were doing not so long ago where they were just shaving one side of their head. And the first time I saw somebody with that, I said, what the fuck did they do to their hair? I just thought, that is insane. It almost looked, I don't know, I'm aging myself, but it looks almost like they're skaters or, what's the, like, hardcore punk underground type music, where I just thought, what the hell is this? But the particular female that had it, she just wore it well, she owned it, and I thought, damn, okay, and she actually became a lot more attractive to me because I saw that she owned it and she liked it. And the same with you guys is, you've got to just find what works for you. When I initially cut it really short like this, I had a little bit more length on top, and thank God at my age 45, I still have most of my hair. It's thinning a little bit, but it's not anything that if I grow my hair out, it's going to be noticeable. But I was trying out a new set of clippers, and I thought the bit settings on this thing were the same across the board from one make of of clippers to another. So I would usually trim the top with, like, let's say it was a bit number 4. So I put a bit number 4 on these new clippers, and I went, and I went, oh crap. And it was about 1.5 inches, 2 inches shorter than what I normally wear it at. And I went, okay, might as well just get rid of all of it and start over. So that's what I did. And I just trimmed it all off and owned it. Didn't say anything about my haircut, just went about my daily business and just owned it, because it's just hair. It will grow back, and I'm not going to lose sleep over it. And in fact, I did have some attention from people that I normally don't communicate with in the gym. They just came up and like, that looks really good on you. You know, so it made me think. I went, okay, well, thank you. Didn't over-explain it. I just accepted the compliment and went on with my day. So, you know, sometimes little accidents like that, you can find your look, and you know, but at the end of the day, you got to own it. You know, hairstyle, beard, no beard, mustache, whatever. Just do you, and wear it well, wear it with confidence, and you know, move on, move forward. Was going to get into body hair, but I think that's going to be another video. We've ran long enough with this one. So guys, remember 5nothing100nothing.com. You can get me on there on the website if you want to do web consulting, Skype sessions, FaceTime, however you want to communicate. You can leave a question or comment. For me, if you want to hear something on this show that is a particular question of yours, I'll use your name or I'll keep you anonymous, whatever you want, and we'll address those issues and move forward, because, you know, we might be undersized underdogs, but there's a lot of fight in the dog, and it's not always just the dog in the fight. So let's increase that fight in the dog with you guys. You guys have a great day. Enjoy. Keep it clean. Clean it all up. Look your best. Look sharp. And walk with confidence. Biggest thing, you guys. And walk with your purpose. Take care.